Uh, it's very important to understand one fundamental concept, the return current path. At higher frequencies, current doesn't simply take the shortest physical route. It follows the path of least impedance, which is usually directly beneath the signal or power trace on its reference plane. This naturally minimizes the loop area, reducing both inductance and the EMI. Problems arise when that return path is interrupted by plane splits, gaps, or poor layer planning. The current is forced to detour, increasing the loop area and allowing the circuit to radiate more electromagnetic energy. Another common issue is sharing return paths between high current switching circuits and sensitive analog circuitry. This often introduces ground bounce and unwanted noise coupling, affecting your circuit stability. Every discontinuity also adds parasitic inductance. During fast switching, even a small amount of inductance can generate significant voltage spikes which degrade both signal integrity and power integrity.
Just a quick note, think about the energy flowing in the space between the signal trace and the ground plane. The fields have to follow continuous conductors. So the trace is continuous, but then it crosses a hole in the ground plane or the second conductor. It will have to find its way all the way around to it, wherever the split is connected to make its way across that. So that discontinuity it's like if you have a water pipe in the basement and you have a sink in the upstairs and you don't put a pipe between the basement and the upstairs and you turn the water on, it's going to get there eventually, but you're not going to like what happens. And that's exactly what you've managed to create when you have a split in the ground plane and the signal crosses over that split. So
Right.
very important rule to follow.